So if you saw my last video, then you know that this coming weekend we have a great class coming up. We've been doing live online pie classes now for months. This is one I'm really excited about. It's called Thanksgiving Pies, and we're going to feature 3 pies. One is a chocolate espresso pecan pie, out of this world. Another is a cherry cranberry fruit pie with a crumb topping. Oh, really good pie. And the third is what I'm calling a North Carolina sweet potato pie. I didn't know this until I looked it up, but North Carolina is actually where I live, is actually the first or second largest producer of sweet potatoes in the country. So this will sort of be my homage to North Carolina sweet potatoes and sweet potato farmers. Now, because I've been buying a lot of sweet potatoes these last few weeks and playing around with a lot of different variations of this sweet potato pie recipe, I keep buying extras because there's a dish that I love that I want to share with you. And it's a dish from a course that I've done called Healthy Harvest Cooking, which is all about the ways that I cook and eat when I'm not cooking and eating pie. Man cannot live by pie alone. And I thought you'd really like this recipe, so I want to share that with you. It's coming right up after I stop yakking away here. And take a look and see what you think. I've also, if you like what you see, I provided a link below where you can download the recipe, and another one where you can actually check out the course. Hope you enjoy. As for this weekend, I would love to see you in class. And we're just going to have a great time. So take care, enjoy the recipe. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. So remember our Southwest Veggie Burger class where we made the sweet potato fries? I said then that I like sweet potatoes, but you really had to dress them up for me and do something special to get my vote. Well, in this week's quick clinic, we're going to do just that and revisit our Southwest theme to create a healthy, colorful, wholemeal potato entree that appeared on my radar this summer and just keeps showing up on my dinner table. Now, like I mentioned back then, sweet potatoes are a bonanza of vitamins and minerals, but they're also a frugal cook's best friend. Now, I don't know about you, but I love a wholesome meal that doesn't break the bank. So start with 1 good-sized sweet potato per person. Choose potatoes that are close in size so they take pretty much the same amount of time to bake. Scrub them well with a vegetable brush under running water to get off all the dirt and grit, and then pat them dry with paper towels. Poke each one a half dozen times with a fork, then space them out on a baking sheet lined with parchment or foil. Sweet potatoes tend to ooze sticky stuff as they bake, and you don't want to spend an afternoon scraping it off your baking sheet. Now, bake the potatoes in a preheated 400-degree oven. Figure on about 50 to 60 minutes for mid-sized potatoes and up to 90 minutes for really big ones. It's very important that they get completely soft. I check mine with a long cake tester. It should glide right through it like a hot knife through butter. If there's any resistance at all or you're just not sure, give them at least 10 or 15 more minutes. Now finely chop a half a bell pepper and a small onion. Any kind of onion is fine, but I like red onions here. Heat a tablespoon of light olive oil or other oil in a skillet. Add the veggies and a bit of salt and pepper. Now saute that for about 5 minutes, then stir in 1 cup cooked black beans. Rinse them first if you're using canned beans. You probably remember that trick. Then stir in 1 cup corn kernels and the spices, 1 teaspoon smoked paprika, and 1/2 teaspoon each of chili powder and cumin. Give that a good stir, then add about 1/4 to 1/3 cup water and continue to cook until much of the water cooks off and you're left with a nice thick sauce. Now remove those from the heat. We'll assemble our potatoes right after they come out of the oven. Here's how. Now put your potatoes on plates that will prove to be too small for the job. I'm just kidding. Just because I did it doesn't mean you should. Cut the potato in half lengthwise down the center and watch that steam. You don't want to get burned. Drop a small pat of soft butter in the center and then work it into the flesh with a fork and fluff everything up. Work in some salt and pepper too. This is where I like to add a bit of finely diced cheddar cheese so it melts and gets all lovely in there. Now heat the bean and corn mixture if it's cooled off, and then spoon some of that on top like so. Finally, we'll add our garnishes. My secret sauce, it's in the recipe, some avocado chunks, maybe some diced cherry tomatoes, and a little cilantro or parsley. Then surround it all with lettuce, thus proving my point about the plate. Now, try to tell me you're not going to make these potatoes this week. You really have to. They're wonderful. I know you know someone who's going to adore this recipe, so don't keep it a secret, and I'll see you back here next time. Take care.